Good morning. Hello, everybody. How are you guys doing? Hope everybody's well. Got my third cup of coffee already. I've been up since about 5. Good morning. Great to see everybody here in the chat. Hi, it's Becky from Power Tools with Thread. You are in our Stitchuation room. This is a Monday through Friday virtual stitching retreat, 7 a.m. Central, okay? 7 to 8 a.m. Central. Now, tomorrow I'm going to have to do a little bit short. Tomorrow I got to get out of here at 7:45 because I'm getting on a plane and I need to leave at 8 a.m. So I need those few minutes to throw everything in the car and then head to the airport. But I'll spend an hour with you guys this morning. So, oh my goodness, it's great to see everybody in here. So, all righty. I wanted to talk to you guys about a couple things first. You Joanna Figueroa fans. Y'all, Joanna Figueroa from Fig Tree and Company. I met her at market last year in Houston. She's fantastic. Oh, wait. Frito's here. All stop for Frito. She's waiting on her goldfish. This is our little rescue. Cattle dog, you want to go? Well, get up, lazy. Come here. This dog. You don't just get to lay there and be fed like Cleopatra. Who do you think you are? Oh, sweet girl. What a sweet girl. Yeah, you guys hit the thumbs up button or hit the like. I'd love that. So where is Dave? Dave might be working. Nan says hi. Yeah, she says hi. You're a good girl. All right. So there is a new book out. Joanna's put a new book. Look, BB, out of the way. And I've linked to this below. I know a lot of you are fans of hers and just love her fabric lines. She's got a new line out called Strawberry Garden. Strawberry Garden. This quilt book is out. It's just beautiful, you guys. Look at this. Isn't that gorgeous? New line of fabric. And this is a block of the month pattern book for the whole quilt. And it's a sampler quilt and then companion projects. So let me read you the paper. You guys, you can get this at the Fat Quarter Shop. I've linked to it below. It says a block of the month quilt by Joanna Figueroa is as refreshing and irresistible as a bowl of freshly picked strawberries. The quilt features 21 different blocks in Fig Tree's collection, Jelly and Jam. Okay, we saw the Jelly and Jam, the honey bun, right? That came in the Sew Sampler. Yeah, that was in the last Sew Sampler just the other day. We looked at it. Strawberries, flowers, garden gates, baskets, and bows. Month by month, row by row, you'll see your quilty garden grow. So let's see. Let's see. The bonus quilts are using scrappy Fig Tree quilt fabrics, and you'll get, let's see. I think there's a table runner and some other stuff. So Dave, did you miss Frito? You were late? This is beautiful line of fabric. Look at that. I love it. That's just a beautiful, beautiful line of fabric with the Jelly and Jam. So cute. Pretty stuff. So this is the companion book to, if you were to get a Fat Quarter bundle. But what they do is they tell you what fabrics you need for month 1, and they give you a list of all of the fabrics to pull. And then you'll get your cutting guides, and you can just start on these sampler blocks month by month. But you can jump ahead if you wanted to. So pretty neat. Do I see Snapplique for the book? Not for this one. It's not an Applique quilt book. Look at that. There's a picture of the quilt. Isn't that beautiful? Just lovely. Pretty stuff. So I just wanted to show you guys that. Got a link to it below. It's gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous. I love the browns in there. All right. And then yesterday I did finish the pumpkin block. Well, pumpkin and hay bale for Lori Holt's How to Build a Scarecrow. That's how that turned out. Lovely. That was Snapplique for sure. Yeah. And I'm very, very pleased with it. So let me get in here. We're going to talk in depth about Snapplique here in just a minute, but I'll let you guys see how good my blanket stitching is. Yep. Isn't that nice? If you're new, it's done with an embroidery machine. So that's the only way to applique, you guys. And I think it just turned out fantastic. And even though I used this piece of fabric is from a different line, it's from her Prim line because I didn't have enough for this piece of another fabric, so I swapped them out. But I'm happy with it. And then I put on the initial first border. So that is done. The entire, let me turn you guys sideways here so you can get a better view of my hot mess of my sewing room, where my fabric stash. Okay. So here's the entire applique center for this quilt. You can see it over my scan and cut there. So it is finished. What is left now is sashings for the blocks. I also did one more, block number 21 of the star pieced blocks that are in the quilt. And I've got one left. I might be able to get started sashing those today. So I also have to do some packing. So you guys use packing cubes? I love packing cubes. So I'm very, very happy with this. And thank you, all of you who have been with me throughout the process. It's a big elephant, right? Take it one bite at a time, day by day. And some of you are going to go, I remember when you started that quilt. Yeah. So hopefully, so I leave tomorrow. I won't be home until Tuesday, the 29th. And then that last week, next week, this thing will be ready to go on the long arm. Very excited about it. I'm not quick. I think I started a month ago, just a little bit at a time. I'm very short attention span, and I like to do a lot of different things at once. And so I just work a little bit on this one and a little bit on that one and a little bit on that one. And what that does is it keeps me from getting bored with a project, and it doesn't become a UFO. So that's how I roll on that. All right. There are some other new patterns from Fat Quarter Shop. I'll show you those tomorrow. Okay. Let's see here. What else? Did I want to show you guys anything else? Don't forget, y'all, we're going to start August 12th with the Merry Christmas quilt. You can certainly do it the old-fashioned way if you want to follow along. You can post your progress in our Facebook group or on Instagram if you want to do that. But we are doing the Merry Christmas quilt. This is from Amy Bradley Designs. And I've got a link below to the pattern. Be sure to use my link and a coupon code. You can get 10% off of any Amy Bradley Designs pattern. And then there's also a link to the fabric kit. So I'm very excited about that. Mine came in, and each one of the fabrics is numbered. Okay. It comes with a little number. And let me show you what we got. So there's fabric number 5. All right. And then you get this is good for people like me who I freeze up when I have to choose fabrics. And you'll get a fabric key that comes with it. Let me see. What did I do with that? I think they're both in here. You'll get a fabric key from Two Chicks Quilting if you order the kit. Okay. So this one tells you fabric 5 is for the ornament balls. That's cool. So that's how you can keep straight everything. And you get enough to be able to make the whole quilt. And then I have created another key that tells you if you're going to work on the gingerbread, or if you're going to work on the polar bear, you need fabrics 13, 14, 20, and 28. So I put my fabrics in numerical order, and they're easy for me to pull and find and all of that. So a lot of fun. Oh, good. Lynn says there's cinnamon rolls just out of the oven. You guys, we have a virtual kitchen in our Stitchuation room, just like at any stitching retreat. Please wander over there and get yourself some goodies. There's always good stuff. So hit the thumbs up button on your way in if you wouldn't mind. And if you eat your breakfast in our Stitchuation room, you might lose a few pounds since it's virtual. But I'm really looking forward to getting started on this. These videos for this one will be just like the Halloween quilt. They will be pre-recorded with everything being done for you guys. And you can watch them at your leisure. They're not going to be part of the Stitchuation room, but I'll show y'all progress as we go. Now, the finishing part of it, I won't be doing on a pre-recorded video, but we'll finish it together. So, hi, Lisa. Betty Boop's here. She says, morning, y'all. Read, drawn on scan and cut mat. What do you do after applying down? Rinse it. Oh, dawn on the scan and cut mat. Yes, Joyce. Yeah, I have one of those sprayer nozzles on my sink faucet, right? So I put Dawn on my, she's talking about cleaning her mat. What's my SY order yet? Oh, I did get my order. Yes, Bernadette. And what do I think about the Vegas strips? I think they're awesome. Very good. Yeah, I showed those the other day. You must have missed that. So when I put the Dawn on the mat, I used a Scrub Mommy, the Brillo-y side of it, right? And just got in there and really gave it a good, put some elbow grease on it, scrub that out. And you'll still have cuts and things in your mat, but it did clean it up quite a bit. It got a lot whiter. I noticed it did get whiter. And my film is pretty sticky. Okay. You're going to have cuts. You're going to have gouges. It's going to be there, but it's not going to affect how it all works. I mean, these things are fairly indestructible unless you fold them in half and crease them. You can use them forever. You can even cut through them and slap some duct tape on the back to hold them together and keep going. So they're as long as you keep them flat and you don't crease them. So this has gone through 2 treatments of Zig in its lifetime so far. So anyway, I was very happy to be able to breathe. I felt like, you know, Frankenstein's the mad scientist. All right. Can I use Minky on the polar bear in the Merry Christmas quilt? Absolutely, Pam. Do it. That would be adorable. Although I would probably change the final stitch on that particular block to like a run or a bean stitch, you know, maybe a triple stitch, something like that. Because the blanket stitches will just disappear down into the nap. But that would be really cute. I think I might steal your idea. I love it. What a great idea. See, I love how we brainstorm in here. Yeah. I think Minky would great. Absolutely. Elizabeth's got that. And so this is what I love, that we can sit and talk about these things. And Betty Boop had come up with the idea of hanging that bat upside down in the Happy Halloween quilt, and a bunch of you did it, and it was so cute. I'm seeing them on Facebook. Alrighty, so today I want to show you something that I didn't do yesterday, which was to get the placement image and show you how to be able to do that. I'm not going to bore you to death with actual placement pieces. I am working on the On Wander Lane Sunflower Slope, the mini quilt of the cat in the pot, cat in flowers. So yeah, you did. Maybe I did, Bernadette, share it the day you were late. So this is the cat in flowers block. I'm going to allow the digital optical zoom to do its thing. Okay. So there's the cat in the flowers mini quilt. I'm not putting that extra thing around the outside edges. I guess I could, but I usually just frame mine out with the binding. All right, so we've got a cat. Now take a look. Let's dissect this a little bit. Let me hold my elbow on the table to hold it still. Sorry. So we've got 2 dark leaves up there by the tail of the cat. We've got 3 lighter leaves down near the flower pot. We've got 2 flowers made out of, the larger flowers are made out of stripes. The centers on the first flower and the little flower are one fabric, and the back flower is a darker orange. We've got the cat, and then we have some little whiskers, eyeballs, and a little triangle for a nose. Okay. Now I want you to see, look at the tail of the cat. See how his tail is, hold still, Becky, on top of that leaf, but under that flower. Okay. But the way this thing is now, they don't give you the placement. You don't get the placement order with these patterns. You do get a picture to show you how to place them, but you don't get the placement order. There is a lot of that's an overlapping and underlapping that's got to go on how those flowers go down in the order to get them to look right. And so what I ended up doing was moving that flower just a little bit so that it did not overlap the cat's tail. That's not going to change the cuteness of the final result at all. Okay. So anyway, yeah, it's very dimensional. Right, Bernadette. So I want to show y'all in Embrilliance what I ended up doing. Oh, so in order to get the design right on the pattern piece, you do get, this is the placement design. Now see the numbers? I put those numbers on in pencil. So you've got to study these things. On these particular patterns, on this On Wander Lane series, there is no placement, you know, put this down, then that down. She just leaves that up to you. But it wasn't going to work at all for me to put that flower over the tip of the tail. It doesn't work. I can't remember now why, but that flower goes on close to last. It's piece number 12. Okay. And then the bottom flower here is number, I mean, this is like 11 and then 12, 13, whatever. So it just wasn't going to work. So what you can do is you put this in your scanning mat into the ScanNCut, just like I did the pieces. Okay. And you save the image to a USB. And that's what I did. And I want to show you in Embrilliance how this works. And let me go to this window. Like I said, I'm not going to bore you to death. All right. So let me get back over here. Here's what I downloaded from the Brother Canvas. Okay. Remember that? So I scanned in I scanned in the pieces, cleaned up the mat, moved them so that I could get a clean cut on everything. And then that's what we got. Okay. So then I took some time. What am I missing here? Let me click on this. All right. So let me get into Stitch Artist. From the USB, you can click on this image button right up here. And there is the image on the USB. And you can bring it in. I already did that. Let me hit cancel. You can't see it, but I'm going to click on this little button right here. It looks like a palm tree. There's the image. Now, the image is not to scale. You have to scale it to fit the pieces. So don't ever, ever, ever scale your pieces to fit the image. You always scale the image to fit your pieces because your pieces are the right size for the pattern. So never scale pieces ever, especially after you've cut them, because then you'll mess up your embroidery design. So this is what I use to put all this together. Let me hide that. It's very difficult to see. And then once I got everything all layered the way I wanted it to, and I figured out what was going to go in what order based on the numbering schema that I figured out here, then all I had to do was hit the applique button and get my design to be what I want. Ta-da, right? So there it is. And then I saved it as an embroidery design, and you can save it to any home embroidery machine format. You don't have to have a Brother or Baby Lock, and then sent it to the machine wirelessly. And I'm ready to stitch it out. So that is what happened. So anyway, I hope that isn't confusing. All right. Yeah. Okay. I never bore you. Oh, you know, Michelle, thank you very much. You're a sweetheart. The issue is a lot of quilters are not embroiderers. And what happens is when I start talking tech, their eyes roll in the back of their head and I lose interest and that kind of thing. So I don't want to do that. But I just wanted to quickly go through exactly how I got from scanning in the paper that we did yesterday and then converted that into an embroidery design. You just have to put, it's like just putting, like I said, playing puzzles. You just take your pieces and put them where they need to go. And then you hit a button and it converts into an applique design. So it gives you the placement and the tack down. I forgot to move my ironing station over here. So I need to get my little computer out of the way and go get my ironing station. I'm going to bring it. See it over there sitting all by itself? Let me go get it. I got to unplug this because I need to be able to iron on all of my pieces. And I'm going to come around the other side of the long arm because I got too many cords over there. I knew I was forgetting something. Okay. I'll bring you guys back. Bring you back. So you're a techie and listen with that. Yeah, Carol, that's cool that, yeah, I'm the same way. I can listen to somebody and just watch and go, yeah, I think I can figure that out. If you've played if you worked in an office, and your job was, you were a PowerPoint wizard, you can certainly get that. Which one of my tutorials is best for doing Snapplique from start to finish for beginners? George Allen, I'm glad you asked that. Let me show you. Let me pull up my YouTube channel and let me go to YouTube and my channel. There's also a blog post on it. Okay, so let me show you guys what I'm talking about. This is for the ghost, for the Happy Halloween quilt. Again, it's an Amy Bradley design, and you can get the pattern and you can download it. Okay, let's do this. Okay, so this is my YouTube channel. Here's where we are right now. It says live in the Stitchuation room. But right back here, so there is an entire, they look like purple here, this one. There's an entire playlist for that. So I'll just click on videos. And they're all in purple. Like I said, you want to go down here. This is for each block of that. And the ghost, this one right here, the ghost. This is where I take you step by baby step how to make a block for this quilt. All right. And this quilt I did as a quilt as you go. So this one included the batting in it and everything. You don't have to do that. The Merry Christmas quilt, I'm going to be doing exactly like I'm doing the Scarecrow, and that I'm not using batting, and it will look like a regular quilt top when I'm finished. That has been appliqued. Okay. And then also I want to show you guys, let me stop that one. And I also have on my blog, I have a blog, you guys, where it's like a little online diary. All right. Let me show you where that is. So you can be like, well, I don't know what to get. I don't know the supplies. I don't have a clue. That's okay. So this is my blog. This is powertoolswiththread.com. Okay. This is not our store site. This is my blog, like a little online diary. And I'll tell you guys when there's coupons and whatnot. But here's the beginning for the Merry Christmas quilt. And you can click on that and that will give you all of everything that you need. Let me do that because a lot of you are doing this. So if you go to the Merry Christmas blog post and then scroll down, here's my link and codes for 10% off the pattern. Okay. We're going to have a lot of fun with this. This would look adorable in fleece or minky. You're right. Absolutely adorable. Or the bear for sure. Absolutely the bear. The snowman would look good in fleece. Yeah. And wouldn't the light bulbs on the reindeer look cute in some glitter vinyl? Oh my gosh, that would be adorable. Now I'm going to think about things I can do to put embellishments on this quilt. But as you come down here, here's a list of supplies. All right. You can go through each bit of the supplies. Here's a great place to get your scan and cut from McQueeney's in Tempe, Arizona. He's got a great deal on them, and you get a free Power Tools with Thread tote bag with them. And then keep scrolling. Here's the embroidery software. This software is on sale with a 10% off coupon for today and tomorrow. The coupon expires tomorrow. So that'll be your last day to get 10% off till they give another coupon. Now here is a table of contents list. I want to thank Sandra for this. So there's the table of contents for the pattern. This allows you to only print the pages that you need. Okay. And then down here is that fabric key that came. You can download the pattern. There's the Christmas table of contents. And then there is the fabric key to tell you which fabrics go with which block if you get your kit from Two Chicks Quilting. And then right down here, keep going. There's the video for the ghost for Happy Halloween to show you how that is made. There's your thing for that. So it's kind of an all-in-one. It makes it easy for you guys. So I hope that was helpful. Get you some good information on that. You're getting the Brother PQ 1600. Atta girl. You're going to love it. Yeah. All right. So yesterday I cut out all of my pieces. Now let's switch back to On Wander Lane. Okay. And just as cute as can be. Look at my little cat. Just adorbs. Oh, Dave, I think, no, it's 28 August, not 28 July. Yeah, 28 August. We're going to have an anniversary party. Yeah. And, but I appreciate, Dave, are you heading that up? You're in charge of the anniversary party. He's trying to get committees together for decorations. I have the door prizes. I have prizes. We're going to have a big day on the 28th of August. That is the 1-year anniversary of our Stitchuation room. So we're very excited about that. Let me plug this in. I love that we've been friends for a year already. I started doing lives in July, but they were sporadic. And I made the commitment with my husband's blessing. I was like, hey, I think I need to do this. I feel like I need to do this. So, all right. Let me show you my hooping for this. I floated it. There's my background fabric on some batting. So tights, well out of the way of the stitching field. Okay. And it's on some cutaway mesh, and I've got it in the 9x14. Just because that was the handiest hoop nearby for me to get all that hooped in. Okay. Let me turn on my, I'm not going to do background quilting. I just decided I don't want to. Turn on my iron there. Are there fabric kits for the On Wander Lane projects? No, Nancy, I don't have any. I'm sorry. There, you can find, why do you get blanket stitches on two sides of the design? Bobby? You probably have a broken graphic. I would think that's it. Yeah, you need to reconstruct your outline. Is there a video on how to do the stitch out of fabric pieces that are larger than the hoop is? Sheila, on my channel, do a search for split hooping. I'll show you how to do that. Matter of fact, I did that with the crow block in How to Build a Scarecrow. That was a split hooping. Yeah. So take a look at the crow block because I had to split the hooping for that big long green grass piece. So take a look at that. Can I just pin to float? Of course, Angie, but I'm lazy. This is just easier for me. I've got my little magnetic pin stand right there in the corner, and I've got a coupon for 15% off Sew Tights. I can pin. The old-fashioned ways always works, you guys. Use what you got, okay? You don't need to get all this new fancy stuff. You don't have to do that. Do they scratch the bottom of the machine? No, ma'am. You guys have been seeing me use Sew Tights for a long time. I'll show you when we get done. Let me pull up the design. I'm going to go to embroidery. I sent it wirelessly. I made a crosshair in the center of this. I'm going to go to wireless. Has anybody here, is anybody getting a new Avenir? Okay. McQueen's has a deal going on right now where you can put a refundable $500 deposit down on something that's very cool that's coming up. They haven't said what it is. I know what it is. And if I was you and I wanted a new Avenir, I'd do it. But you've got to be willing, if you live out of state, you got to be willing to fly to Arizona to go pick it up. So anyway, you'll get the Avenir when you win the lotto. Yeah. So I'm looking forward to it. I can't wait. And I think I'm trading in Darla. I think so. Okay, here's my cat. I love that cat. Very cute. Very, very cute. And I want to show you guys, I'm going to show you up close in the design here. Y'all, my thought is the kids can have the house, okay? Shop for you now. It's your turn. See how the tail is just outside of the flower stem or the flower petal. Okay. There you go. So that is what I did. And again, it does not take away the cuteness of the pattern. So yeah. Oh, Carol, that's so funny because Darren Mulqueen asked me, he said, can I market this as your old machine? You know, your Darla. And I said, you can do whatever you want. I don't care. He goes, I think somebody would like to have your machine. I thought that would be funny. Let's see. For the Bee in My Bonnet, what did I type in the search box to get a specific measurement for the placement of the background fabric, like the distance from sleeve to sleeve? Ah, Carol. Yeah, so go to beinmybonnet.blogspot.com. That's Lori Holt's blog. And what she does is you'll see the final one, and you've got the way she does her blog makes me crazy, but she goes through block by block by block, and you can click each one of them and you'll see the one. Now the shirt, I tell you what, Carol, she did, if you see the shirt on that last week and you click it, it doesn't go anywhere. She didn't link to that one. And if you send me an email, powertoolswiththread@outlook.com, I'll show you how to find it. But I want to say it's week 6 and it's hard to find. So sorry, I know, sorry about that, you guys. It's hard to find. I could sign it. That's hilarious. Oh my goodness. I know, Kim, her blog makes me crazy too. There are some blogs out there I'm like, that my OCD nature goes, ugh. All right. So, but in her blog, when you find the right post, she takes detailed photos with little tape measures to show you how everything is placed. And you've got to read the blog and you've got to read the sewing guide in order to kind of put all that together to get it to work. Okay. Is the Avenir comparable to the Luminaire? It's better. From what I hear, it's better. Yeah. I know. I'm not allowed to say these things, you guys. You know, I've been told things in confidence, but I can tell you I want one and I'm going to get one. Yeah. Okie dokie. So I'm just going to touch embroidery. Like I said, there's so much applique on this. I'm not going to bother with the background quilting. I think it really wouldn't matter. You wouldn't see a whole lot of it. Probably. Oh, yeah. Oh, you bet your bippy, Kim. More expensive is correct. Of course it is. Don't be silly. And you know what? They'll sell out of them. It's crazy. So when I get you guys in here and see, I just want to make sure that this is going to fit on my background square. My background is 7.5. So I'm going to touch the little cone, the downward directed display. I did not do any color sorting on this at all. And there's the display. And I don't know, you guys can't see that really, I don't think. There we go. You can see that. So I'm going to move this up, the square up to the top of the design. So that's a little high. Okay. So I will show you. Let me get my pointer for my, I'll get this little, everything's white on white. It's hard for you guys to see. So here's the edge of the fabric right here. And there's the edge of the design. So it's too small. I mean, it's too close. So I'm going to toggle, use the toggle buttons and bring the design down. Maybe one more there. All right, let's go to the bottom and take a look. This is why, oh, I got lots of space. So let's move that down. There we go. So I've got plenty of space. Here's the edge of the fabric here. There's the design. All right, let's go right and left. This is why you want a camera system, you guys. Okay, so lots of room from the whiskers out to the side of the fabric. And right here, lots of room. All right, this is going to fit perfect now. That's why you got to love those fancy machines. So it allowed me to place the design, right, without having to unhoop it and fix the fabric, which I love. Let's see. Wendy, what's that code? Oh, Superior Threads. Yeah, I took advantage of that. I went over to the Superior Threads website, and before the 25, they had a 30%. And I loaded up on So Fine 50 weight for my bobbins on my long arm. Okay. So here we go. I have got dark green in for the first thread. And it's ready to go. I'm just going to tell it go. So my very first thread leaf is the one at the bottom of the pot. All right. This is just like regular applique, you guys, except the end result is much better. Get my little things off here. Let me scooch my little ironing table up here. So I'm going to sit with this between me and it. It just makes it easier for me to do this. All right. And I'm going to take one of my dark little leaves, put it where it goes. I've got a shred on this. Oh, my glasses. I don't have my glasses. So this is just going to be so cute. You want to place these so that you can see a tiny bit of the placement line underneath the fabric, the edge of the fabric. Now on the sew tights, if you're using those, here we go. Let's blanket stitch that down. On the sew tights for light quilting cottons like this, you want to use the sew tights originals. And notice it didn't go all the way around because I don't have, it's doing the other side now. That part of the flower is covered by the flower pot. Did I put in the eyes, nose, and whistle? How did I do that? I used the drawing tools and drew a couple of lines, and then I told the software to turn that into a double run stitch. Okay. But I love that we can take applique patterns that are designed as quilt patterns and convert them into an embroidery design. It's just so cool. And there's no more stitch, stop, turn, stitch, stop, turn with a regular domestic sewing machine. Okay, placement line for that flower. I'll make sure we're good up here. Yeah, very cool. Yeah, Keith's knee is doing great. That tape that they put over his incision has, last night we pulled off the last little bit of it. It was all dirty and gross. So is he there? Did he pop in? Now this is the hardest part of all, figuring out which petal goes where on these applique pieces. So, when I say the drawing tools, Michelle, is that enthusiast? No, ma'am, that's in Stitch Artist. Stitch Artist is creating designs from scratch. So that is in Stitch Artist. You don't really need enthusiasts to do this. It's helpful. I've got to have a pair of glasses on my head. I can't stand it. Yeah, it's helpful, but not necessary. So if budget is an issue, you don't need to get it. But no, I don't know. I think these flowers are identical. So I get to sit here and spin it around and figure out, oh, did I get lucky? Oh, I did. Oh, my word. Look at that. Yay. That's awesome. Hooray. Love it. Y'all, once you get used to this process and you start getting into it, oh, you just won't go back. You'll get to be, and I have a little, I have a little thing I'm doing with my granddaughter. It's where did I get it? The whole kit and caboodle. They have some applique patterns and they're pre-cut laser pieces, right? Laser cut. Anyway, so I'm taking that up there and I'm going to show her how to do applique the old-fashioned way. I'm going to hate it. That looks amazing. Okay, what's next? Oh, I need my orange. And that orange on that one is which color? That is the darker orange. Okay. That's this one. Now, if you've got a multi-needle, y'all, you can just go to town on this. No changing threads. It is amazing. They are such wonderful machines. The only reason I'm doing this on the single needle is for my single needle viewers. I would put this on the multi-needle and let Spanky do his thing. For sure. Ooh, hot. You lost, yeah, Diane's right. You can lose track of your magnets. So the reason, and I've had that happen with the HDs, these dark blue ones. If I'm doing embroidery, I've had that happen with the HDs. The magnet is so powerful that it will try to hang on to the metal stitch plate underneath. Okay. These originals are not as strong. So let's see. I didn't have that circle in the right spot. It doesn't matter. It'll look fine. Doesn't matter. I'm just looking at the design. And I need my big orange. Is that right? Did I do that right? Let's see. Yeah, it's this one. Okay. And I don't know if that's a perfect circle. It looks like it is. I don't know. I'm just gonna iron it down here. That, yeah, I'm telling you, a multi-needle is a game changer, complete game changer. I love it. I would not have even considered doing Designs by Juju's Christmas tree skirt if I didn't have a multi-needle. There was no way. No way. So I got my center off a little bit on that flower, but that's okay. It's still going to be cute. I'm looking at y'all's. Do I know where to get the On Wander Lane patterns electronically? Yes, Wendy. You can go to art2heart.com. art2heart.com. That's the name of the company. Let me show you. Right here. art2heart.com. That is Nancy Halverson's company website, and you can get them electronically there. Yep. No shipping. Yay. All right. What's next? A leaf. Another leaf. I'm using the same green for both of the leaves because it just worked. The shade of that just worked. I like it. All right. I know the y'all, there's a machine that you can get that has like 4 spools on the back or something, or 6 spools on the back or something like that. And it's got 1 needle. Don't do that. That's no different than what I've got sitting up here. Spools on top. It's no different. If you're thinking about a multi-needle, get a true multi-needle, not a free arm that looks like a multi-needle, but it's still single. I just don't think so. That's my personal opinion. I wouldn't do that. I mean, there are those who do it, but there was a young lady, I've told y'all before, I was at All Brands in San Antonio, and she was wanting to get the 6 needle. And, she's pretty smart cookie and really used to technology and stuff. She was retired Air Force. And I said, don't do it. Don't get the 6 needle. You'll outgrow it in 4 minutes, and you'll want the 10 needle. You might as well just get the 10 needle. She said, I got to talk to my husband. I said, okay, that's cool. That's cool. Okay. So we have light color green leaves up here. And I think that's what she got. Pretty sure. So, and it's amazing. They've gone up in price, like $2,000, and they still are selling out of them. It's nuts. It's nuts. Y'all want to take a look at the bed of my machine? You see, I use sew tights all the time. Take a look. No scratches. No scratches. Does not happen. They're really good. Okay. Okay. Let me get my leaf in here so I can sew it on. That works. The lightweight strength of the lightweight strength of the originals, the aqua colored ones, they don't jump off and grab onto the metal of the stitch plate there. It's jumping around because it's not creating stitches where it's going to be overlapped by another flower on top of it. You just got those? You'll like them, Wendy. I do. I like them very much. Oh, good. Karen, congratulations. You're the proud owner of a 10 needle. Good for you. Yeah. It's great. I love mine. What's next? Another leaf. Oh. Now that one grabbed, didn't it? I lost track. You got to watch them. I drug it right across. I don't think I need that on there anymore, but let me do this. You got to watch them. Pinning is safer. We'll put it that way. Pinning is safer. But I like to live on the edge. Oh, you know what I did? I figured out and started magnet basting my quilts on my long arm. Yeah, I'm going to put a video out about that, of how I did that soon. So I stitched the straight line, right? And pin basting is such a pain. And I want to make sure I don't lose this. Yeah, that's good. So then I just took my sew tights and I put the quilt top along that straight horizontal line and just pin basted them from the back. I was behind the machine and I'm pin basting all over. It worked great. I was like, I'm going to find another use for these things. It was awesome. Yeah, my hoop is by Dime, Designs and Machine Embroidery. Another flower. Do you guys change your threads like this? I like to change them up top and then pull it through. Much easier than rethreading the machine every single time. So, is the density repair module needed? Okay, that's a good question. She's talking about density repair kit for embrilliance. Oh my goodness, let me see this. I don't have my, I should be okay. My poor camera is on battery right now instead of power. Let me plug it in. I just noticed the power cord was on the floor. Oops, I don't want to lose you guys. Hold on a minute. Let me put that cable in. There we go. All right. Happy, happy. So the density repair kit is designed for poorly digitized embroidery designs. Okay. So if you get a design like off of Etsy from some unknown digitizer, or you bought some junk that somebody, not a Designs by Juju, not a Need a Good Design, not Creative Appliques, not, you know what I mean? I'm talking about some unknown, who knows where it came from, not Smart Needle. We're talking about who knows where. And what happens is you'll get a design that is so dense that when it's finished, it feels like a flak vest. You know, it's just really, really dense and stiff and horrible. And you can hear the needle donk, 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 donk go. It's awful, right? That's what the density repair kit is for, is to remove those underlying stitches that aren't really needed. So a lot of digitizers don't digitize by hand, they digitize by computer. And what I mean by that is they'll scan in an image of something and then they just let the software create the design, and then they throw it out on the internet without actually stitching it out and making sure it's good, and it hasn't gone through any kind of testing or anything. You got to watch that. There's a lot of junk out there. So oh, I see. So there's, you know, a lot of that's when you would use the density repair kit, is for that. So I don't use it a lot because I only purchase my designs from reputable, tried and true, great digitizers. Okay. You can ruin your machine buying cheap designs, but sometimes that's the only place you can get that design because nobody else has it, right? That you're looking for something specific. Oh, time to stitch out for the cat. Let's see. So, you know, don't buy it until you need it. That would be my advice, is don't buy it till you need it. So what is the thought process behind buying a combo machine when you never use the sewing feature? You never know when you're going to use the sewing feature. That's why. So they do make embroidery only machines. And if you have a sewing machine that you use and love, this is wrapped around the needle. I don't like that. There we go. You know, then get an embroidery only. I like to have my combo machine too, my Gypsy, for travel. Okay, so I've got an all-in-one. When I travel, I don't have to carry two machines. Cute cat. Cute cat. Yeah, the multi-needle is much faster for non-applique. Absolutely. It's wonderful. That's true. Carol's got a good point. When her main sewing machine goes in for the spa treatment, then you can get your, if you need to sew, if you need the sewing feature on your combo machine, you can use it. That's a very good point too. Yeah, you've always got a spare sewing machine, right? So, and sometimes, you know, if you're going to get like a luminaire, I mean, you get what you get. Essentially, you're getting an embroidery machine with advanced sewing functions, because what you're paying for is that design center, which is embroidery. Frito here is Daddy moving around in the kitchen, and she might get breakfast if she goes in there and acts and looks really cute. So I have a cam snap thing. I got it, Keith mounted it to a piece of wood for me. So it's got a little stand. I love it. Yep. So you guys can see how easy this is to get this done. I went and got the big heavy duty, it's like steel iron one, right? It's worth it. Totally worth it. My hands, I've got osteoarthritis in my hands, and it just was, because I can't squeeze hard enough to get the snaps to stay put like they're supposed to. So it was really nice to mount it. It's back up under there somewhere. I'm going to let this cat finish stitching out, and then we're going to wind it up for this morning. Where did I get my ruler holder? My husband made mine, and my son makes them, but we're out of them in the store site. Is there anything you can't do on the multi-needle from a sewing embroidery combo machine? Yeah, you can't sew on it. You can't hem a pair of pants, right? Okay, we're going to wrap today up. You're going to place your order and get it sorted. I did that. I got white, black, whatever, you know, brown, standard snap colors. All right, you guys, let's take a look at where we're at so far. I'm going to finish this today, and then tomorrow we'll finish it up as far as doing the binding and all that. There we go. So it's looking pretty cute, looking good. Yep, loving this. Can you do buttonholes? No, because you can't do buttonholes on a multi-needle. I mean, I guess you could. You'd have to design it in Design Center or something if your machine does that. Oh my gosh. All right, you guys, this is fun. Thank you so much for spending time with me. When you're on your way out the door, please hit the thumbs up button and consider subscribing so we can spend more time together. I always enjoy this with you guys. You guys keep me motivated and you keep me very productive, and I love you for that. So I will see you again tomorrow. Also, I want to let you know, I think the Stitchuation room on Thursday and Friday are going to be an hour later. Just FYI, my granddaughter wants to be part of it, but she is on mountain time. Getting her up at dark 30 makes her fussy. She's 10. So I want you to know, Thursday and Friday, the Stitchuation room is going to start at 8 Central. Also probably Monday. And then I leave on Tuesday. We won't do one. I've got a video dropping on Tuesday for the long arm, so you can take a look at that. But I just wanted to give you guys a heads up about that. So Thursday and Friday and Monday, the Stitchuation room will be at 8 Central instead of 7. Just FYI, set your clocks, okay? That way, those of you on the West Coast, you can get an extra hour of sleep if you want. All right, I love you guys. We will talk to you soon. Y'all go sew something. Bye.